Right, thank you for joining me. Who are you? Well, great. So, who are you?
So my name is Randy Marchany. I'm the CISO at Virginia Tech, and I'm also a SANS instructor number 2. So
Does that mean you were the second ever
SANS instructor? I've been with SANS since 1992.
Oh, amazing. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So, this isn't your first SANS Awareness Summit then?
No, this is actually my second one.
Oh, wow.
But I always had a conflict with teaching a SANS class when they have the summits. But I'm a big supporter of it. Lance has been really, amazing in getting bringing security awareness to everyone's attention.
Yeah.
And I always like to support it. And I've had an opportunity this year to come in person.
So, what is what your instruction? What do you normally? You don't instruct security awareness?
No, I teach the security. CIS Security Controls class, Sec
right.
566. That's the class that I spend most of my time teaching.
Okay. So has this been an eye-opening experience for you? Have you learned a lot, or is it all...
No, it's been great because part of my job at Virginia Tech is to basically do security awareness.
Yeah.
Some of my team, we're in charge of doing security awareness. We just are at the tail end of, we had a big mandatory awareness training for all faculty and staff employees at the university.
Yeah.
We started that project in February. 6% had taken security awareness classes, and as of today, we're just under 90%.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So the people on my team that have been the pushers of that, it's been just a really good success. I pay attention to all of the stuff that comes out of the summits, even though I can't, can't be there in person. And I use that information to help us tailor things. This last talk, when he was talking about storytelling, Lance will tell you that I tell stories when I teach the classes, and they make sense. I've had people, in fact, I had a person come up to me here who took one of my classes a decade ago, and they said, I remember this story you told about, blah, 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 blah. And it's a decade later. And so
stories stick, don't they?
Stick.
Yeah.
They stick and they get the point across.
I think storytelling is such an important part of a successful awareness function.
Absolutely.
Telling the stories, because people can make it relatable in their own little way, or they can understand it.
Yep.
So being an effective storyteller is such a valuable skill in what we do.
Absolutely. And it gets, if you can tell a story to illustrate a point, and that's what when I'm teaching the classes, I there's a point here, and I said, here's an example of what that means.
Yeah.
And then you go off and you tell a little short story about it, and go on. But the awareness summits like this is great because you get to compare notes, you get to see what success stories are that other people did, and then you go, maybe I should try that.
And one thing that I think has come out from the conversations I've had today is that when you meet those people, I now know who to get in touch with in 6 months' time or 9 months' time if I'm stuck with champions or if I'm stuck with storytelling.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask Randy about storytelling because I'm a bit stuck or stumped or need to sound an idea off someone.
Right.
And we're all so helpful that
it is.
No one will go, I'm too busy.
And even some of the presentation styles, like we actually did a PTI style thing a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And I forgot about it. I mean, it was really good. But then, when I saw it here, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember how effective that format was. Short and sweet. So you see how people do their presentations, and you learn. You're always learning from it.
Yeah.
If you learn how to do it or you learn how not to do it, that's, sometimes knowing what not to do is just as important.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a little game that we can play.
Sure.
If you're up for it. I haven't got my cards out because just those of you watching, we're now at the end of the summit. So there's ice creams and cakes. There's a reason to come to an awareness summit. Your ice cream's going to be melted by the time. So, the summit's just closed. They've announced Las Vegas is next year's destination, which everyone's excited about. So there's a good reason to come to a summit. You get to go to Vegas. But now everyone, I've been at these things and people just go straight out the door and home because they're exhausted after 2 days of talks. But everyone's stuck around. This is the community spirit that we have, isn't it? Like,
It is.
No one wants to stop talking.
Right. You want to compare notes. You want to see how people did stuff. Everybody comes from different backgrounds. I was sitting at a table, 2 people from the UK.
Yeah.
And get their perspective on things. And so, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, amazing. Right. I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
Some are a bit funny, a bit silly. Some are serious. Okay. And not all might be relevant. Depends how immersed in your awareness program you are.
Okay.
So pick a number between 1 and 20.
14.
14. Okay. What's the dumbest security advice you've ever heard?
Oh, let's see. The dumbest security advice I ever heard was you have to change your password once a month.
Okay. Why is that? Okay. Yeah. I'm laughing because it's quite relatable. Yeah. What's the pros of changing it once a month?
Well, supposedly, the rationale is that if you change it once a month and you lose, your password gets compromised, you've limited the blast damage to that. The problem is most people will go on a cycle.
Yeah.
And
put a 1 on the end or a 2 on the end.
1 on the end or 2 on the end. Or if you don't allow them to, you have a password history, say to 5.
Yeah.
They'll change their password 5 times because they like the password they had.
Yeah.
And so on the 6th time, they get to reuse it.
They have a collection of 5 passwords that they use for everything. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, pick another number between 1 and 20.
8.
Number 8. What's the one security thing you do at home that your friends would think was weird?
I've changed all of my default passwords on my devices at home. And they're like, what do you mean? I said, well, I get a wireless router out of the box. It has a default password. I'm changing it.
Yeah.
You go, why? Who's going to look at that? I said, that's exactly it.
And that's a perfectly sane, reasonable action that you take that other people think is weird, but actually everybody should do.
Everybody should do.
Yeah.
You can go out on Google and you type in default passwords and you will get websites that have the list of all of the default passwords for all the stuff that's out there.
Yeah.
So that's something they go, oh, you're just doing that because you're a security guy. So, no, you should be doing that as well.
Before I did security, I did IT support.
Right.
And more than one occasion, I'd go to a business. This was over 10 years ago. I'd go to a business that had problems with its internet, and I'd need to log into the router.
Yep.
But I didn't know the password, so I'd Google it to get the default password because we didn't change them.
Yep.
If I was doing that again today, I wouldn't be able to do that because I'd have changed the password.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And they'd be more secure for it.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's brilliant. Pick another number.
11.
11. What's a cyber myth that needs to die?
That it's teenage hackers that are messing you up. It's got nothing to do with that. It's nation state.
Yep.
It's organized crime.
Yep.
And they have a lot of people with very good skill sets. It's no longer this high school kid that, the war games thing. It's no longer that.
Yeah.
It's actually a nation state thing. That's the myth that has to die.
It's disappointing that in the UK, Marks and Spencer's and Co-op had massive breach, and it was Scattered Spider, and it was disappointing when they arrested 4 individuals, and 3 of them were like 16 and 1 of them was 17. I was like, no, because that fits in. That fits. Is it really them? Because that fits into such a stereotype that is then been reinforced.
Right.
And it would have been much nicer if they traced it to a different country somewhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. That's great. Okay, now we're on to they were the fun ones.
Okay.
Now we're on to the more serious ones. A number between 1 and 20.
16.
16. How has AI changed the approach to awareness training?
How's what?
AI changed the approach to training.
What? Sorry.
Artificial intelligence.
AI.
Sorry. That's my English accent. Probably.
Yeah. I don't think it's changed it that much. I think what it's made people aware of is that it's much faster to break into something or to fool somebody. The deepfakes, I do think, are really a big factor there.
I think the scalability on those, like, I don't think they're mass market yet. I think
No.
they're targeted, high value clients.
Yeah. Well, in fact, in the talk today, while he was talking, I went out and just was Googling AI voice tools, and I found a couple of
They're
sites
easy.
that you type in the text and it generates a voice thing for you.
Yeah.
And a lot of sites, and this is the funny thing, right? They ask you to record your own voice, and I'm like, no, because now you have a copy of my own voice,
Yeah.
So, but the deepfakes, I think, are really, really scary. Twitter has had a guy called Bad Lip Reading.
Yes.
And says all goofy stuff, but when people look at it and they go, well, wait, the lips are insane, and they think it's really real.
Yeah, that's amazing. One more number.
Yeah, 4.
4. How do you? It's an awareness question. How do you measure whether your awareness program is working?
By the number of people that let me know they think something's a problem.
Right.
A lot of times we'll get, like, someone will send us an email saying, is this a fish? Is this a fish? And then the sysadmins will go, why do they keep sending us this stuff? And I'm going, we've hit a score. They're actually asking us if it's a fish.
It's a win.
It's a win.
They're engaged.
They're engaged. And I'm happy to answer their questions. Say yes or no, or I think it is, or I think it might not be, but maybe be safe and don't do it that way.
Yeah. One last one. Give me another number.
3.
3. If your awareness budget doubled tomorrow, what would the first thing you'd do?
If my budget doubled tomorrow, first thing I would do would be to hire, I guess, like an illustrator, like the person there that, what's her name?
That was doing the illustrations.
Doing the illustrations like that she can take the concepts and put it in something that the rest of the world can understand.
Yeah.
Somebody like that, that's a gift.
I think if my budget doubled tomorrow, I'd be asking about the breach that had just happened. Because that's the only reason a budget doubles.
Right.
What's happened?
I always say, never waste a breach. Never waste a breach.
Yeah, you can always, it's always a few months after a good breach, there's a load of vacancies appear.
Yep.
That's when the job opportunities open up.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Randy, it's been great talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping
the
by.
opportunity.
No worries. Thank you. And we'll catch up soon. Yeah.
Good question.
Thank you. Go and eat your ice cream. You might need to drink it.
No. It's hanging in there.
Good.
Thanks for it.
No worries. Cheers, Randy. Thank you.